So, taking this moment, I wanted to unveil.
After you qualify and hit the ground, you realize that more than what you have as a qualification, that
The first topmost fear is the fear of
Because this is what students need at this point of the hour. Because
Hi, my dear students, today is a big day because I started my teaching journey in June 2007 and now it is June 2025. 18 years I have been into teaching, and from the beginning I wanted to do something different which others were not doing at that particular point of time. And that's the reason why I started with the e-learning way back in 2007-2008. And today the e-learning became a very big revolution. And the terms of taking fast track batches, revision batches, and colorful books, and books with lot of charts, diagrams, and mnemonics, etc. and all, we have experimented many things over the past. Right from the beginning, I wanted to do something different. As I already said, from the last 1 year, something was disturbing my peace. What was that? Many students were fed up with books, classes, back to back. Is there a life beyond books and classes? Yes, it is. That's what I personally felt. And that's the reason why I wanted to start Brainery Club, where we do all things beyond books and classes. And individually, I can't do everything. For that reason, I need a team. So for that reason, I spoke to many like-minded people and I invited them today for my podcast over here. So these are our guests and these people are part of our Brainery Club. So first of all, I am welcoming Surya sir.
Namaste, sir.
Yes, sir. So Surya sir is actually head of our FinSkills division, and he is a faculty for accounts and maths. And he previously worked with Berkeley's, but he wanted to explore his teaching profession. So he quit his job. And for what, sir? Around some 10 years? You have been into teaching. And surprisingly, he only told me that he was my student. So means you can think of, so when I started. So, yes. And so Surya sir, thanks for joining THARUN'S Brainery. And see, I believe in collaboration. I believe in networking, because what happens is that when we are all alone, I was like that in the past. I was a self-centric, egoistic person in the past. Really, you won't believe. And when I was like that, people were not with me. I could not do anything. Everything was in my mind, but I could not implement. Thereafter, over a span of time, usually we introspect ourselves. Usually we do. So when I did that introspection, I realized no, what we are doing is wrong. So maybe at every point of time, people should introspect about what they are, etc. and all. So that's where I changed myself. And I felt like, no, today in this world, so only through collaboration, we will be able to, make things. So that's where, I'm happy to collaborate with Surya sir, who once owned an academy and thereafter they have shut it down. And again, I ignited, the desire of taking classes in you. So I'm so happy to be doing that. And then you all know Sudarshan sir. Sudarshan. Sudarshan. So, yes. So Sudarshan, already, we made a podcast and that has become super hit. And, the vibe, they're able to, very much they're able to connect with you. So Sudarshan is here and he is our business development head. And he's also taking classes for audit, as you already know, audit at intermediate and final level, but for CA as well as CMA. So students keep on asking when is our next batch like that. So of course in this video also they are going to post the comments.
So for them I can definitely say now, by June 15th we'll announce our recorded thing will be there, and the final after that we'll announce.
Yes. So that's what, and we recently launched a audit book in Go also. That's what one student posted. in the entire CA world, no faculty has launched book in Goa. So we only launched.
But that was like not even planned. Like somehow it happened. Like
It happened, yes,
suddenly
yes.
the book came 2 days before Goa and you
Correct.
brought it there for a surprise.
No, but I decided.
You
was
had it in
planned
mind.
in my
Okay.
mind.
I never had it in
I
mind.
wanted to unveil it in Goa,
Goa.
because see, usually book launch, how book launch will happen?
And a YouTube video there.
In a formal,
They'll take it
setup.
in.
So people will come and people will speak lot of things. They boast us and they say that great, he launched. We keep the expectation high, and the student will buy the book. If the book is not up to that, he will blast us.
Blast us.
So we'll make it simple.
Simple.
Make
We are
it
not
simple.
like promoting it like.
Yes. We are unveiling it. Let them buy. If they
Let them
like
see.
the book,
Well
they
and
are
good.
going to speak great about the book,
Yes,
and that is
automatically
enough.
that will happen.
So I planned it actually.
No.
For you, it was a surprise, but
Surprise.
for me, it was a
Planned thing.
Yes. And our team knows. Other people who are
Also,
involved, they know that, but you did not
So I'm
know.
the only one
Yes,
who
yes,
never
yes.
knew about that.
So then here with us, Pavitra. Pavitra is our law faculty for foundation and intermediate for CA and CMA. Pavitra was my student, now teacher. I know how you feel, Pavitra.
As I said, it feels like I'm in a dream. And sitting next to Tharun sir, I remember when my daughter was very little, I used to watch your videos when feeding her. So I took small breaks. Your videos kept me going. So I'm sure you have transformed the lives of so many students like me. And I'm blessed. I take it as an honor to be seated next to you in this podcast. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, and Pavitra is also she served as a leadership capacity. Maybe you can add about that, because seriously, I don't know how to introduce the people. So this being a podcast, I'm so comfortable, because if it is an interview, I would have appointed one person. Maybe I would have asked Sudarshan to do that. But
because we cannot remember and frame questions
Right.
like that before. Because guys listening to this, you just understand. Before starting this podcast, we planned her introduction, but we forgot.
yes,
So that is the truth.
yes.
So, firstly, I'm Tharun sir's student. I took indirect classes from him and I scored the exemption. Thank you so much, sir. And the other side, I'm a law faculty under Tharun sir. My location is Virudhunagar. I'm coming from a very small town called Virudhunagar near Sivakasi. And the other side of my activity is I'm a very active Toastmaster. I was a past area director of Area H2 of District 120 of Toastmasters International. So this is about me.
Yeah. What is this district? Actually, I wanted to ask.
So just like we have Rotary district, each district has a name. So in Toastmasters, similarly, we have a name for each district. And District 120 is covering the whole of Tamil Nadu. And we have District 121, which covers Kerala and Karnataka.
Okay.
So
okay.
this
So it's
is
like state.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
A manageable size of region is what they would call a district.
Yes. So coming back to the agenda of today's podcast. So it's like, as I already told you about Brainery Club, I wanted to understand whether what I analyzed is correct or not. So that's the reason why I asked you to please come to this podcast to have a discussion about it. So over to you, Surya sir. Really, is the bookish knowledge or the qualification? I'm asking you this question because you are a CA, you are a CMA, you are a CS, you are a LLB.
Yeah.
You did four
Correct.
qualifications.
Yes.
Okay, and in all these 4 qualifications, you cleared in the first attempt.
Correct.
So because people can understand by seeing our heads actually where
Correct.
how much intelligent we are. So only people with intelligence will have this
Yeah,
issue.
correct.
Okay?
So that means-
So Sudarshan,
I understood.
Sudarshan is checking.
Yeah, I have, but intelligence is growing.
It's
sir.
okay. Yeah, it's growing actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're in the growth
In
phase.
5 years, I'll be intelligent.
Yes.
Maybe.
So therefore, you should answer this. Is the qualification playing a role, or beyond qualification, is there something else? What you feel, sir?
First of all, sorry for missing the Goa plan.
Yeah.
I think you guys
We
had
were
a lot
expecting you. We were expecting
guys
you.
had a lot of fun. I could understand. And with respect to your question on whether no, you need to have something beyond qualification, I think qualification is as such a passport, a kind of passport. You need to enter any country, you have a passport. Similarly, to go out and earn your living, qualification is just a passport you start with. But I think that would not ultimately determine your success in your profession, because when you go to any job as such, or any part of any kind of, even if you're going to go for a professional practice kind of environment, the things there matter. What matters is more than just what you have in the papers which you get. So even after qualifying 4 degrees, I would say that no, end of the day, the people you have around, your ecosystem and your skill set. So how best you can deliver. See, today the world is very competitive. Today you have a lot of people qualifying for, you have, I think last term, close to around 5 lakhs chartered accountants have come out. If that is the case, you have a lot of qualified people around, and they are competing for the same job you are actually. So what makes the difference in the hiring part is that you need to have an extra. And what is that extra? What extra is nothing like you need to get another additional qualification. Not like that. It's about how best you can deliver on the job or profile which is given to you. That is the main thing. And today there are a lot of skill set that you need to get for it. And beyond that, I would like to say, when after you qualify and hit the ground, you realize that more than what you have as a qualification, the network of people you actually have around. Network is not just about the LinkedIn networks. How the people, when you are into business, at least for a job, you go, you get an interview and then settle in the job. That's a different thing. When you are in business, someone who is into, like, who plays tennis along with you, a person who is like going to cycle along with you, or a person where you meet in a random club, he is someone who is going to give you business. So you have to be present once you start.
So even I feel employment also. So I remember I used to interact with lot of my team leads, etc. and all when I was doing. I used to go with them for tea, etc. I used to be a listener. I will not just like speak anything. I used to be a listener, etc. and all. And I used to like interact with them. Because of that reason, you won't believe, I got very good opportunities. I got so they will be leaving the organization, they will go in some other place, etc. and all. Whenever there is a vacancy in that place, they used to tell, Tarun, there is a vacancy here. If you are interested, you can come. And through internal source, usually when we get placed, the chances of getting placed is high. Through internal source rather than going through the external, etc. and all. So many times it happened. And even I heard from many of our past students also these things, that usually these rankers, CA rankers and all, they used to go to this MDP program, something like that. And there they got some network, because of which tomorrow when they go into job also, they will be in touch. And when they are in touch, those people who are in touch will get better opportunities than those who feel like, okay, I got a job, I'm settled, why I should speak to others, etc. and all. So you are absolutely right, what you said.
And I think there is some more addition I want to do, because see, it's not about just knowing people, you have to be available for them. See, when
Correct.
they need, you have to be the first one to go and help them.
Correct.
And that tendency will get you a community, which, see, community is not about having 1,000 people with you. Correct. Even 100 helping people along with you will make a lot of difference in your career. Correct. I think that is what, since CA is a course where it is a distance education kind of a program.
Correct.
We basically lack this kind of model where we need to have community of people around us.
Exactly. Particularly post-COVID.
Post-COVID, yes.
And today, the kind of students which we are talking about are those students who were during COVID into their schooling.
Correct.
So they lost that touch. They lost that interpersonal, because what happened was that they were in 9th standard, 10th standard. That was the time where good, the kind of
Bonding.
communication, bonding, everything happened. At that time, they were at home, playing mobile games, watching OTT, etc. and all. Thereafter, they came into CA. When they came into CA, they are just watching the lectures, attending the lectures, going home, and again doing their work. And even they're emotionally so weak that they don't know whom to ask. So this has happened.
I think you should have a lot of friends. I think you should be able to connect with a lot of people, and you should also be able to identify what is your common point of interest. See, it's not about just you being a CA and other person being a CA. That doesn't create any interest.
Yes.
You need to know what movies you like and who is the star you like, or who you like, whether that person is he's interested in dogs, whether you are interested in dogs. So there should be a commonality which you need to identify, and you need to build a community around you, so that any time in any leg of your professions, you have a set of people who can actually help you out. That's what this is a amazing. That is a skill that is a need of the hour right now. So I felt that this happened once I qualified. I felt that I lacked a lot of friends. But that is because I didn't go for college. I did my BCom in correspondence. Okay. But over a period of time, I realized, and seeing a lot of successful business people, they have a community of, even if you see Ambani's, they had their wedding done, and they got all the people around the world, successful business people around them. Marriage is an occasion where they were actually networking with each other.
I agree. That's actually a business networking event rather than a marriage. Marriage is just a cover.
So the marriage is not the main part. See, they should have spent 5,000 crores or more than that in that marriage. But end of the day, what should have been? It would have been almost 10 times after the marriage. The way they would have received. And so I think the purpose of life, I think, is also like that. You need to have a community of people who you can help, and in turn they can also be helpful to you over a period of time.
So guys, community doesn't mean literal community.
Not caste,
so
religion.
Sir said community, like better, we will go with our community, not that community we are talking about. So just wanted to clarify.
I want to make a warning here. It's not caste, religion, or any other.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So community is about having people who have a like-minded interest.
Yes.
That's what I want to do.
I'm just adding on to this, sir, because I have observed the moment I came into teaching profession and the time when I was studying CA also, I felt this. The moment you said me, we are coming up with Brainery Club and this is what we are going to do. So since now I know our future plan, I can vouch that this will be a hit, because this is what students need at this point of the hour. Because nowadays, students, like you told, they have not attended proper schooling or college because of the 2-3 years of COVID. And now they are coming into CA, where there is no professional college or something like that. So the issue is that they lack competency in terms of for going, if they want to go for a job, there are many other skills other than, because for a job, job interview happening, everyone is a CA. So what else do you have that you can pitch? So and what else is required? First of all, is communication. They may not have the communication properly. They may know to speak in English, but how to articulate well so that the other person listens to you. How to negotiate. For example, someone asks you a salary. What is your salary expectation? They'll say, whatever you can give. Or they'll say, quote a high pitch, because they don't know how to deal with this kind of scenario and how to even face failure. Because the most messages I got in the last 1 month was purely about, sir, I'm afraid of my examination. What can I do? The fear of failure. Because they have not faced failure. They don't know how to deal with failure. They don't know how to be that competent, how to bounce back the moment they fail. So this is the area which the core area which we are going to support them. Like one aspect of Brainery Club. And that is what I liked purely about this thought process of yours, because this is actually very, very needed at this point of time. And one more
thing, what you said was actually shocking for me. You said one of your friend, emotionally he started interacting with ChatGPT. All his problems, he started speaking to ChatGPT.
Yes.
That is actually hitting me so badly.
Because nobody is there for them. That is the issue.
That people are not there. They're dependent on ChatGPT and they're sharing emotionally. And why like that? So what you said, we need friends. But we don't have friends. So we are dependent on AI. And that AI is telling us what to do.
And sir,
On air.
I am the exact opposite of what Surya sir said. Because he told like, moment he cleared CA, you understood that you don't have too much of friends, you wanted to create friends. My game was different. I had too much of friends the moment I joined CA, I have to cut them. Because then only I can study.
Yes,
So
yes.
I could not keep, because people keep their phones on flight mode when they're studying or 2 months phone off, because they're they want to detach from that.
Correct.
My thing is that I have to cut down my friends, calls, everything. That is the reason why I kept my phone on switched off.
No, see, there is a point in that. Friends who are doing CA versus normal friends. Because, see, I had many friends, but none of them were into CA. None of them. And if I tell something also, they will not understand. They will be asking me, what are you doing? I'll tell I'm taking classes for teacher. Teacher, what yaar? So, you know what, I am vice president of this company, etc. and all. One person actually said, teacher, why Tarun, you want any job, I'll give you. So, how can I tell?
But there is one simple counter. There is one simple counter which we can ask them. But like I cannot say it on
Of
camera.
course, see, end of the day, the life what we are living, we only know. And what is CA course, only CA people will know. But CA or CMA, any professional for that matter. So that friends.
Because my game was this. When I was doing my college, I was not a studious guy. I was into all this like friends, gang tour, all these things. So at the college examination, I'll tell you one thing. When the examinations were happening, like after 1 hour, like 30-40 minutes of writing the exam, you can get out. Like
Correct,
you don't have to sit for the 3 hours.
Yeah.
So I was not even interested in writing the exam. So the thing was, I'll write for 30 minutes, I'll get out, and I'll go to other classes where my friends are there, and I'll just call them like this. So I never even let them attend the exam. Okay. And now I am cutting down my phone and like I was studying. They never let me initially,
Yes,
because like they have to do the revenge, right? So then after
I think my Sudarshan is the warning signal of my not the opposite.
No, he did BCom.
That was only the BCom phase.
Regular. He used to go
Okay.
to college. He enjoyed all the 3 years. What a normal graduate will do. He enjoyed left, right, center, everything.
Okay.
Everything. Pun intended. Okay. Yes. So, therefore, you know.
There is a very big surprise. I'll leave it. One more thing, sir. That 3 years was the best years of my life, from +1, +2 and 3 years of college. 5 years I enjoyed to the best, and one more year after that, my doing CA. But the moment I reached that maturity level that no one is going to feed me, I have to take care of my family. I'm 23, 22 at that point of time. I realized that the mind switch should happen. So immediately I even completely moved to the different city. And the reason was this, because if I take a stone, like 10 stone and throw it up, at least 2-3 will land on my friends. That kind of friends I had, circle I had.
But now tell me, after becoming CA, even now you are in touch with your friends.
Yes.
How
But
that is
I'll
going
say,
to play?
because moments I had, like for example, if I have 100 friends, now I only have 10 friends. I've cut down the circle to pure friendship, like who will stand with me even if I did something wrong.
Correct.
If I get into a police
kind
case.
of 3 a.m. friendship.
Yeah. Anytime for
3 a.m.
anything,
friendship.
I can call them. So from 100, I cut down to 10 who is pure. So, and sir, one more thing, the most important aspect which I want to quote here is that how I got friends. And how the college and the sports or athletics that I was part of shaped my, helped me to crack CA, all those things.
Correct.
Because
Actually, I was about to ask that.
yeah.
Because you are an athlete, boxer.
boxing, all these things.
You are
boxing,
doing.
I'm just an amateur boxer. So I'm only trained for like 1 or 2 years. But
Okay.
athletics was in my blood. Like from my school days, I was into athletics. So how it actually helped me was, I was into 100 meter sprinting, 100 meter, 200 meter. I did the district, sub-district, all. Not beyond that, not a professional level, but
Okay.
till my +2, I was like a school champion, all these things. So there, we are practicing for 6 months to 7 months every day, morning, waking up in like 5 a.m., going for the run, coming back. Every day we are doing this for 6 months just to run that 10-12 seconds.
Okay.
Like what Usain Bolt said.
Yes.
He's training for 4 years for that 9 seconds. And I was also doing that. 1 year I'm training for just to run that one meet and to show off. And there, sometimes we may get disqualified.
Correct.
Sometimes we may not get good start. So years, like I've did this for 6-7 years and only 1 or 2 year was in favor of me. Everything other, I was even second or third, or I couldn't even qualify, disqualified. So there, when you put in the hard work, And when you not get the result, that is pure failure. I'm used to that. So coming to CA examination is happening 6 months. Even if I fail one time, it doesn't even matter for me because like
Correct.
I was having that kind of a mentality. So the moment before examination, compared to a normal student who have stress, my stress level was like only 10% of him. I also had stress because I was used to getting failure, how to bounce back, all these things I know how to manage my mentality. Because the toughest thing I faced was toughest stress is when you stand on a 100-meter like board where you have to, where you should be so sharp listening to that sound, gunshot. So that level of stress is not there in a CA or anything.
Correct.
That level of conscious focus, everything. So
And you know what? If you see, lot of interviewers are nowadays asking, which sport are you interested in? Are you doing any sports? Are you an athlete, etc.? I asked one HR guy, why is it relevant? Why are you asking the students who are professionals who recently qualified applying for job? Why are you asking them to mention that? Out of like just like a conversation like this, I asked. They said, athlete mentality is required in organization because in organization we need a kind of person like that who drives the team. Because when you are an athlete, you play as a team. See, individually they will not. They will play as a team, and even they can take up the
failures, yes.
Because not every project is successful. Not every day the same day. So we want such kind of people. So a normal CA versus CA with sports. With sports, not necessarily professional. With sports, etc. I prefer CA over like CA plus sports.
And there is one more thing. Comparison. I have seen a lot of CA students who talk with me personally. Because I know this comparison is there in their mind. Because
Correct.
3 friends may be studying together for inter. The most fear is that even if I fail, will this guy pass? So they have this kind of so that exam day when the results are announced, this is their biggest tension.
Correct.
If 3 of them fail, okay, fine. I'm done.
Fine.
So because of this tension, most of the students cannot even study. But there also, I was never having, like, I can say it on my, like, vouch for it, I never had a comparison in my entire CA life. That was purely because of my sports. When I was doing my school, there was like a 100-meter dash, and one of my friend was also there. And we were both on the same timing. If I finish in 11 seconds, he is also finishing in 11 seconds, like 11.5, 11, 12, below 12. So this was happening. So the thing is, I also have this stress. In the meet, will he overtake me or not? So I was too much focused on that rather than my practice, so that my coach, like, he told me one day, he noticed this somehow, I never knew, and he was also having this thing, I guess, and he told me, like, this is what is ruining your stuff, and he told me a lot of mental tricks I have to manage this thing, and ultimately, because I cannot reveal it, that's like a shady thing, there are a lot of mental tricks to handle this. So that day I realized, the moment we stopped looking at someone and focusing on our efforts, then I understood my steps, how to put more steps to get the 100-meter faster. I focused myself too much and I won. And from that moment, I realized wasting time on thinking someone else, what will they do, this is the problem. So students, they are not even done proper schooling, college, all these things. So they lack all these small things, and because of this, they are taking CA as this kind of a pressure in them.
Correct. Everything. Even today, people are comparing me with
other
faculty. People are comparing me with someone else, and they are telling, sir, he is successful, why you are not successful? I am not bothered. I am doing my job. I am going.
The
But
moment we
people are
understand that, the game changes completely.
Correct.
This comparison issue, and through Brainery Club, we are solving these kinds of small issues.
Correct. Sudarshan, one feedback for you. Many students were telling, he's speaking too much. Now I observed it.
Yes.
Give space to another guest. So we should ask Pavitra also to speak.
Yes.
So Pavitra, over to you. Why you chose this Toastmasters, and whether it added anything benefit to your career, etc., or even for writing exams? Because I heard you started even way before, very long back. So you can add few points about it.
So, sir has rightly observed that I was keeping quiet and listening to all, because the word auditor itself means to hear and to listen. I think I was doing my duty as an auditor.
Not to speak
Yes,
too
not
much.
to speak.
Not to speak and only speak when needed.
So, but this is not an audit meeting.
Okay, so maybe I'll just keep it aside and to tell more about in what way Toastmasters has helped me. There is always the saying that join Toastmasters not to become better at public speaking. Join Toastmasters to become better at everything else. So just like how we have Sudarshan sir and Surya sir tell about community and how we can build up better friendships and better network. This is what Toastmasters gave me. And also Toastmasters gave me that courage to, put that step to speak to Tarun sir. So I would tell, I was truly an introvert and I remember this scene very well. It was when I was my third standard. I participated in the elocution contest. I prepared so well, I thought my script was better than my friends. There was a hall full of students, and so when I went there, my hands are only trembling. Barely
It happened.
words
For
came
me,
out.
everyone, it happened. Yes.
So that's all. So I was just telling whatever I can do, manage the time, and came out. And yeah, I was not the winner. Let alone winner, I was not even there in the top 5 or anything. So what happened there? What happened the next speech? The same thing happened in the next speech.
Okay.
I remember it has been happening so. And
So you're preparing and going, but you are not able to speak.
present in the way I thought I will do. So something was lagging, and eventually I started to get better, and I was also a part of many elocution contests in the SARC Sivakasi level. Also, I won in so many contests, and I always thought speaking English fast is fluency. So because people would tell watching your speech was like watching a Hollywood movie, so I took it as a greater credit. Wow, I am a great English speaker. So that is what I thought. And when I came into Toastmasters, I got that, no, this is not what it is. It was like, what can we say? The reality hit me hard when I came to Toastmasters. When I saw...
Even I was under that impression. So
Fast
many
speaking.
people, you're fast speaking.
The perfect example, I'm sitting here.
No, not like that.
No, sir. So, speaking fast is not fluency.
Proper pauses, all these
Proper
things.
pauses is regular. And also, there was one thing which we do in Toastmasters. We have a special role in the meeting called the R counter. Unknowing, So unknowingly, when we speak, usually, or people think saying, well, people think, yeah, these are not adding to the content that you give. These are only pulling down the quality of the speech.
So they count.
They
how
count
many times
how many
you-
R's, how many how many So all those things I used to count and give the report. My first objective was not to have any in. So when the report is read, they will read it out. So this person has so many R's, this person has so many M's. So my objective was to have 0 R's, and they will tell this person did not have any filler words in their speech. So that I consider was my first achievement, let alone any other contest, let alone any other titles. But this was my achievement, is what I thought.
Yeah, many people will tell, sir, you put lot of and so.
So
I also got feedbacks.
I need to cut down that.
I have to cut down this word like everyone.
yeah,
I
so we
also use this.
introspect. Just like how Surya
Surya
sir,
sir,
we should take an introspection. Maybe we can see our recorded speech once.
Because I observe my recorded speech and 10 if you came in suddenly. So I have to cut it down. Yeah, that happens. But the thing is that for a normal person, like 2 years
One,
back,
counting one.
I can sit and count. 2 years back, I was not even able to speak like this.
Okay.
I was into
Really, Sudarshan?
yeah.
Unbelievable.
I'm an extrovert. I speak fast. That is the person I am. But the thing is, but in lectures we speak slow. Purposefully I speak slow because otherwise students will not understand. But 2 years back, when I wanted to, 2-3 years back, I was improving my language. The thing was, if we focus too much on this and initially we cannot cut it down. There is a structured flow to do that, and like Pavitra ma'am will help us.
You know why? That's why I selected you.
You have to,
So, and also mostly there was no one to guide me during that phase.
Yes,
Because
yes, yes,
actually, I saw many audit. To be frank,
Frank.
I saw many audit
like faculty lectures.
faculties who approached me. Sir, like we wanted to take audit classes with you, etc. And all. Asked them, can you show your demo lecture? I was not like that bossy kind of thing and all, but at least minimum. Because see, if I am introducing a person, students will trust me because so far I have not cheated students.
Yes.
Okay, but doesn't mean that others are cheating, etc. and all. But I have not cheated, and the trust what they have. If I'm telling, okay, you attend his classes, and I vouch for him means minimum to minimum should be
quality
there.
should be there. Yes.
But every faculty, like that, I didn't understand why it's like so much gap. It was so boring. Already audit is on
Boring subject. Boring subject.
I mean that already it is a boring subject,
yes,
and
yes.
these people are making it so
So
boring.
boring.
That's
I
what.
understood, sir.
But
we
that's
know,
not
like,
believable now for me. Yeah.
We know we are doing that. So just like how I said, my first speech was worst.
Okay.
My second speech was pathetic.
Okay.
What could have been made better? No one told me.
Okay.
This is what we have in Toastmasters. We have a special person who listens to our speech, makes a note of it, suggests what can be done better.
Got it.
Also, sir, are you scared of snakes?
Yes, I am.
So I'm sure Darshan
Oh.
sir is scared. And sir should also be.
Obviously.
But that is not the highest fear that all of us have in the world. The first topmost fear is the fear of public speaking.
Correct.
Not even death. Not even death.
I overcame that. But that's very tough. It's very tough.
I used to have.
Very tough.
Trust me, I used to have.
Have it.
Because, like what Pavitra said, I was an introvert.
Introvert.
Even today I'm an introvert. But it is like selective introvert. It's like,
And I think we also have this fear of being judged.
Yeah, that's what I was about to tell.
fear of
Exactly.
being judged.
Exactly.
That's
Why-
the reason why I did not speak at all. And only during my graduation days, etc. and all, at the time only I started speaking. That too, I used to rehearse 100 times. I used to by heart my speech and go and speak. But that was pathetic. And then one person, so my teacher, my accounts teacher, his name is Vishwanath sir, he advised me, don't by heart and speak. Whatever comes to your mind, because we usually what we do is that in our mother tongue, we think.
And we translate.
We translate to English.
That is the worst thing in
Exactly.
to learn a
So-
language.
So I just came across this thing. We all know Swami Vivekananda.
Correct.
And his greatest speech
Yes.
in Chicago.
Yes.
Do you think he never had fear? I read
He
it.
might
that
have,
he,
no?
He did have.
He did have.
Actually,
Okay.
he was supposed to speak somewhere in the middle, and he requested them, put me at the last.
Okay.
Moving to the next person. So
Okay.
this is how he was the last speaker there.
Okay.
Because he was scared. 7,000 audience in a very foreign country, and his script did not have Sisters and Brothers of America. It was something else. So he went there, he made up it, but due to the presence of mind and that
Correct.
mindfulness, he was able to.
Okay, he was listening to others and he incorporated that into
Not
little bit.
could have
Okay,
been, but
okay.
also the presence of mind develops when we do a lot, rehearse a lot. Also, sir told the fear of being judged.
Correct.
For me, Toastmasters have been a platform where it is safe to fail.
Okay.
In Toastmasters, when they give the evaluation, they do not say this is wrong.
Okay.
They do not word it negatively. They say this could have been made better.
Better.
The wording itself is very positive there, and the evaluation technique that we have there is called as a sandwich technique.
Okay.
So they give 5 positives and they give 3 negatives, just like how I give my daughter donut and also bitter gourd.
Got it.
This is judgment thing. If we go to our comment section or any comment section, there are a lot of people sitting just to judge and their purpose is
Typewriter warriors.
they don't even have the guts to come to face or just send a personal message from their official account. And for me, I just don't even get 1% attacked to because of this, because in my previous job, I was into branding and marketing, where we post videos on YouTube, Instagram, and we get oh my god, that is in mother tongue also, in like our language. So lot of this horrible comments, like we get at least 10 to 20 competitors are there, they are pouring in the comments, everything. So face that. And students also, this is also a problem with students, they cannot handle criticism because they have not even faced anything. And positive, the constructive criticism or the really good stuff are there, because the moment I did my first batch, I did it in my way, but I realized there are certain aspects which I need to improve, because I got good feedbacks and suggestions, everything. So I'm changing that. So this slow improvements we need in life. So judgment is one thing which people should not be afraid of. This is one thing, and take it positively, everything that is coming in.
It's like how you told, choose your friends wisely. I would
Yes,
tell,
yes,
choose
yes.
your judges.
Wisely.
Choose who you listen to also
Who
wisely.
you
Whom you should
listen
listen to.
to.
Yeah. So because it happened for me also. Like initially, so what happened? Like lot of people were commenting that you are bald head like that.
What? Because they don't have some other.
Other things, so they used to tell bald head.
Bald head.
I used to turn off the comment because I
fearing
don't wanted
it.
to
Yes.
listen, and they used to, like, they will speak something, etc. Then what I did is that I myself used to tell, I'm great people like Vin Diesel, Johnny Sins. I converted.
Self-criticism.
Yes,
That is
self-criticism. It's
very
okay.
easy way to get over fear.
Exactly.
Get over fear.
So now, guys, why I'm telling all these things? Now, what happens here is that if you observe our conversation, Surya sir was talking about the importance of friendship, networking. And Sudarshan was talking about how the sportsmanship is going to play a role. And Pavitra is telling about, like someone should observe what we are speaking, etc. And that's how the Toastmasters helped her. We want to implement all these things for you. That's where we wanted to come out with Brainery Club. Not only this, there are many aspects in life. It is not just books and classes. There are beyond things which you need to know, because out of our personal life experiences, we have poured in many things today. So even including this, judging people, like people will judge us, because of which we will not do many things. So that should not be there. So we should convert that into our positive things. And even I was telling, like, I used to think in my mother tongue and then convert into English, etc. But that I changed. I started thinking in English. That improved to a greater extent, because actually my schooling was in my mother tongue. I joined in English medium only during my 11th, 12th graduation times, that time only. And until that point of time, English is the most hated subject for me. So, but today I am speaking in English. So because I started thinking in English, simple tip, but that has changed my life. So today I am able to take classes for South India students and across Pan-India students.
Worldwide is
Worldwide.
covered.
It is too much.
One small tweak in the thought process change the game. This is what students also need to understand. You may be afraid of examination. You may be an introvert who may not have friends. Surya sir told he was an introvert, he never had friends. But look at the network that he has now. So this is actually building. The small tweak in the students' mindset regarding small aspects will change their game forever.
One more thing which I read was that the brain can always rewire when positive environment is provided.
I think that phenomenon is called brain plasticity.
Neuroplasticity.
Plasticity.
And
Neuroplasticity, brain plasticity, whatever it is.
So when we provide them a safe environment, they can experiment, they can get better.
Yes.
So I think that is
Because
what...
something related to that is what I'm working on now. Because I have a lot of this regarding my personal things, not related to profession, anything. Because we all want to change our life and become someone so big, some money, all these things.
Small steps.
But ultimately we are in the comfort zone or on the laziness zone, because we are not pushing beyond that. So now I came up with a new thing. This is just for me. Like, destruct who you are to become what you want. Like self-destructing all the bad stuff that you have in you to become who you want to be, and focus on that. Like completely eliminating the bad personality in you. This is something that I'm working on. I don't know, 1 year down the line I'll explain how this works.
I'll let you know.
We are waiting for next podcast.
Whether
Date
that
also
has
we
worked
can
or
block
not.
here and go.
I think one more thing I wanted to add, because it's a discussion we are doing. So is to have a safe environment where we can fail.
Correct.
Because the
Exactly.
the
Exactly.
point here is when you grow up, your parents are being you have been told by your parents that you should never fail. You should always come first in the class. You should come within the top 5. For if you're a science student, you have to enter into IIT. If you're a medical student, NEET. And if you're a commerce student, you have to qualify chartered accountant first. I think we have no space, especially in Indian environment. We don't have the space to fail.
Correct.
I think that is where we need to provide a safe environment where you can fail, accept your failures.
Also get the right feedback,
Feedback.
so that we can implement.
Bounce back.
Most of the time, what we get is not feedback; it's opinions.
That's why we choose the right person to judge
The
us.
feedback should be given by a person who has tried something and has become successful, or tried something or at least failed. But we get feedback from people who have tried anything.
Never tried.
Yes. And purposefully also people give feedbacks to manipulate us. This
Yes.
can also happen because
Yes,
in
it
CA
happens.
students also, sir, this is another thing with CA students. They get, the moment they fail, they may get completely shattered because of these kinds of feedbacks coming from people who have not even tried CA. Some uncle, aunt, all these people, right? That is
So
also
that's what.
happening.
It's okay to fail.
Fail. And
It's okay.
another area which we need to touch, sir, is regarding the activities, because now we know all the activities, but we'll release it one by one in the upcoming weeks.
Yes.
Every week we'll have alternate weeks or weeks we'll be having activities.
Yes, we have planned actually.
because
We
something-
made a plan, but we will reveal it to the students
And
one by one.
There is one activity that I liked in Kerala, in my region when I was working there. Because of the lack of network the students had, the chartered accountants in one region, it's Alua. Alua, I was working in that near to Kochi, like 20 kilometers away. In Kerala majority, I don't know whether it is doing in Tamil Nadu or not, all the chartered accountant firms in one region, like in a 10 kilometer radius, 20 kilometer radius, they have this community, right? And all these firms, these articles will come and face off in a cricket tournament. It's called CA Cricket League, CACL.
Okay.
And I am not a cricket player. Like I've not even played. So I just went there to see, because my team is also performing. So the level of competency happening there, I was amazed with all those things. But the bigger thing is that if CA in my office, like around 50, 100 articles were there. One article may get friends along with 20, 30 or 100 people, he may know.
Yeah,
but the moment they enter into this cricket league, they are getting another 1,000 people in the same profession.
Correct.
So the network they have in that one region will be so big. So for students as of now also sitting at home and just watching these lectures and clearing CA, they may not even have more than 10 chartered accountants friends.
Correct.
I used
So
to
what
think
else
when
can they do?
preparing for exam, what are the other people who would pass or doing now?
Okay.
So I used to imagine, okay, they might be studying, but when you see them in real,
Real,
when we know what is the
Correct.
effort that they
And
will
sir,
be putting.
this thing actually is very beneficial. Like I told you, the cricket tournament, because a CA normal, my office, one boss will be there and 10 players will be there. But in that event, I'm meeting another bigger CAs. I can get contacts of them. The moment I become a CA, sometimes I can get employed, I can get contact. All these things, it's very good of try something to get the network of people in your profession, in your related profession. That will be so good. And we are going to implement activities relating to that. Students will be.
And very important thing, I think, networking adding to it. Lot of times what happens when we go for a networking event, we just exchange cards, come back and collect. We're more of card collecting in all these networking events. I think it doesn't work like that.
Correct.
When you get contact with the person, it's our duty to follow up with the person.
Correct.
It's our duty to engage with him. So you cannot go and just feel like if you get the card, you're not.
So we should know what text to strike a conversation with them.
Yeah. So most of the time I could see in the networking events, people go and collect cards and come
Collect
back.
cards and come. Yeah.
So I think that will add up
That
to your
will be available in Google itself.
Google itself, or it will add up to your visiting card folder, but
yes.
it will not make any difference in your
Correct.
life.
Yes. So you said like we want to implement this Toastmasters, like whatever you have been doing, into our Brainery Club. So we are going to do. Yes. So you can add few points.
So there in Toastmasters, it is a structured meeting that we have. We have 11 pathways there. But I feel for our students, for the commerce background, we need something else.
Correct.
So for the commerce style, we are going in a different way. We are going to have a lot more things. I can't reveal it now, but I'm sure you're going to stay tuned with this for
Yeah,
that.
guys, see, actually I delegated the work to them. And they are not even telling me, like, what is the event. They are telling, like, sir, we will reveal. So like...
week after week only we'll be revealing it. So I'm sure
We will
we
not
have
fa-
also made a pact on that.
We will not
Yes,
fail
yes,
to amaze you, sir. Don't worry.
Definitely. Yes.
But this will be much more because there is nothing like this in the CA community. I can guarantee that. And we are creating something for the mental health, physical health, network, communication, all the helping a normal chartered accountant to become an alpha chartered accountant. This is what we are focusing on.
So and just like how Surya said, you're not going to be judged. You're going to be mentored. You'll be
Correct.
given positive feedback. You'll be given that pat on the back, even if you do the wrong thing. So that is how we are going to work.
I would say just like how a mother takes care of their child, you will be taking care.
Awesome.
That's-
But no, emotionally, I wanted to tell thanks to all of you. Seriously, because, I thought, but I never dreamt like it will happen. So, because it's rare to find people with the same shared vision. Very rare to find, okay? So maybe I'm blessed. I got that. And so taking this moment, I wanted to unveil our logo. So please do the honors. Yes. So this is our logo, Brainery Club, beyond books and classes. And actually this logo is designed by my person. And here, I did not ask him how many people to put. He has mentioned 4 people. Is it a coincidence or something
Something
really?
Illuminati, I think.
Yeah, Illuminati.
Something like that is happening.
So therefore, guys, we really are geared up to do many things for you. Stay tuned. Please do subscribe to our channel and comment whatever feedbacks that you wanted to give. As we said that we will take the feedback positively. Even want to scold us? Scold us. It's okay. And next thing is that we have a Google form in the description to this video. Please fill in that Google form so that we wanted to offer a lot of activities to you, and we will create a community group, and in that we will post all the updates as to what is the forthcoming activities.
This is Brainery Club. Just fill in that Google form, then only you can become a member of this club. So
Yes,
talk
yes,
about that.
Yes. So now that students will be so much excited, like what is the next event, etc. and all. So we should reveal it one by one whenever the event is being announced. So yes, guys, so please do subscribe, then only you will get the updates, and fill the Google form. So don't think that it is something like again you are filling some Google form, etc. No, this is separate for the community events that we are planning, and we should give it to all the students. But a special benefit will be given to THARUN'S Brainery students. So bringing in my commercial.
Just tell that who are THARUN'S Brainery students, like books.
Yeah,
or whatever,
anyone who
has
purchased our books,
lectures,
or anyone who purchased our lecture
lectures,
or attended our classes. So they are our students.
students.
Yes.
All those students who attended the Mylapore session.
Yes,
Students.
yes, very much. So all those are students, and we really wanted to do something preferably to them. Okay, and for others also we really wanted to extend our support. But end of the day, how many events we plan. So all those things we have worked out, and we are also doing for online. So that's what I instructed them also. Like we need to do a lot of events for online students as well, because there are a lot of students outside Chennai. For them also we need to plan some good number of events, etc. and all. Yes, Sudarshan, you can add.
Because sir, like I told you, all the guys who are actually watching this video, just fill in that Google form, and in the comment box just put a hashtag Brainery Club. If you liked us, if you just want to support us, that this is the simple thing that we are asking to you. Just in a hashtag Brainery Club and put that lit emoji, whatever you want, something creative of your side. This is the only support we are asking from you. And fill in the Google form. And for all the students, this is the only promise which we can give you is that we'll make you like from a normal CA to an alpha CA. This is what the promise of Brainery Club will be. That's it.
Super. And with this, we are signing off, and thanks for joining me. Thank you, Pavitra. Thank you, Surya sir, and thank you, Sudarshan. So yes, we are going to do many good things. Thank you, guys. Stay tuned. Bye.